you're acting like a good girlfriend, he's just being this way. And that's when you're not dating just one person, you're dating somebody else. And that's what tends to happen in a long distance relationship. You have to face the fact that you have two separate lives and you're trying to become one, but you can't actually become one. What is up, my BBossBaddies and my Batman fellas? It is your girl Bosana and welcome BBossArmy. So as you guys can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about long distance relationship. Is it worth it or is it a fail? 2021. So of course, even though it's 2021, there is some circumstances for 2021 because of the fact that it is quarantine. So it does actually play a part into long distance relationship. But I decided to do this video because I've actually seen it before 2021. I've seen people tell me, oh, can you do a video about long distance relationship? How can it work with the woman? All that good stuff. How can it just work in general? So finally, I'm doing a video, y'all. So with that being said, you guys already know, make sure you check out my Patreon. I just dropped a video yesterday, so go ahead and check out my Patreon. You get so much more videos and you will never see it on YouTube, and then you get to go ahead and see live stream, personal life, and a whole lot of good stuff. Make sure you check out my second YouTube channel. I got a video going out very soon, filming today for that. And I just dropped a video about 3-4 days ago, so make sure you go ahead and check that out. And of course, if you want to book a consultation, go ahead and email me. And of course, don't forget my other social media. So let's go ahead and get started. So I put some points down to talk about. First things first, you don't actually know who you're dating, because when you are in a long distance relationship, you have to understand this, that so much is going to be covered through the net, which is internet, of course, and then of course through texting. Okay, that's just one aspect of it. There's so many different parts of it, and it's so crazy when I think about it, because it's just like so many things comes to my mind. But the first aspect of it is like, you don't even know what's going on the other side, right? Of course, when you're actually not in a long distance relationship and you're talking to somebody and they're out of town, things like that, you're just making assumptions. You're just trying to talk or think about what really goes on. So yeah, it makes sense. But when you don't actually know a person because you haven't understand who they are and what's really going on in their life, you are dating someone you don't know. And that's what a lot of people don't understand with the long distance relationship. Just because you take the time to figure out somebody and literally see what they're about and see all the things that, you know, that could be potential for the person that you want to be with for the rest of your life, it does not mean that they are the one for you. When you are in a long distance relationship, you're getting to know somebody. You're asking questions. Yes, you can FaceTime, but just because you're texting all day, you don't really know what's going on. And you're going to have a lot of trust, because so many people that you are dating, so many women, and I can say men as well, whoever you are dating, you're dating somebody that you don't truly know. It's not about, oh, let me give you the space that you need and, you know, do your thing, because it doesn't work like that with a long distance relationship. You already don't live in the same city or nearby to each other, and now you have to face the fact that you have two separate lives and you're trying to become one, but you can't actually become one. It's different when somebody gets married and you live together. It's different when you're dating and you see each other and you live in the same city, you run into each other, you know the same people. But you guys don't even know the same people most of the time, right? So you are literally dating an unknown person. So I know sometimes people are in a relationship for so long. Well, I've been in a long distance relationship for 3-4 years. And then some people, oh, we were living together and then it became a long distance relationship. Understand, when you are living two separate lives in a different city, country, whatever it is that's giving you guys the distance, you are still separated. You're making assumptions, and then now it's like I'm making assumptions, and it goes right back to we don't know what's really going on. With quarantine going on right now, you actually do have some benefits. Right now, there is no clubs. Right now, people are not really getting together. Right now, when you're dating a woman, you actually have the upper hand because of the fact that you don't have to really worry about the outside world, because the outside world is not a part of our life too much right now, right? Of course, we're inside, we're indoor, it's quarantine, right? So with that being said right there, when you are dating a woman currently right now, you're in a long distance relationship, you have the upper hand because you can have more trust and you can believe that they are not doing things that's going to make you question what they're actually doing and if they're being loyal to you. So as far as clubs and all the open doors that happens when you are in a long distance relationship, there are so many open doors that people step into and jeopardize their relationship because of that. And it's a big thing for women because clubbing is a time for a lot of women to dress up sexy. And then there's so many men out there that want to approach women, that say something to women, that actually go ahead and talk to the woman. So with that being said right there, when you go ahead and you're trying to be in a long distance relationship, you kind of can get away with it right now because you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about your girl going out clubbing and getting hard by another guy and her actually entertaining that guy or dancing on that guy. You don't. And it's only because of quarantine. So that's the only benefit, but you have to go back to real life. If this is a type of female that was doing all of this and had no potential or just didn't seem like she could get to a place of seeing life as far as being committed and settling down, then you just know right now you're good until things are opened again, until she can go ahead and experiment again. So with that right there, long distance relationships are basically set up for failure when you are dating somebody that doesn't even have potential to ever be wifey and it's only working out right now. And then on top of that, when you guys feel like you're starting to get to know somebody, with this number one point, and I'm saying that you don't know that person, is that you have to keep studying them. You have to keep tabs. You have to literally know every single move they are doing, because nowadays to just trust somebody, it's not enough. There's so many places that there are opportunities to do things that are not loyal. There's just so many things. So online relationships, honestly, literally 9, okay, I'm pushing it when I say 8.5 out of 10, it's not gonna work out. With that first point right there is a big example. Now keep listening because I have some more points. So next point is that easily judged and the perspective of you are quickly made. Quickly. Your perspective, that perspective they have on you is quickly made. Are quickly made to the point where they're going to put judgment on you. So what happens when you are dealing with a woman in a long distance relationship? That woman has friends. That woman dresses a certain way. She likes to look a certain way. She likes to look sexy. She likes to look, presentable to a point where in her opinion it's not too much, but for you it's like you're revealing way too much, right? So there's so many things that a lot of girls end up doing, and then guys over here trying to be in this long distance relationship and trying to be a protective boyfriend or trying to just be, a boyfriend in their opinion. They get to a point of saying, oh, can you do this? Why are you doing this? And instantly the girl's gonna say, why are you talking to me like that? Oh, I feel fine. If you don't like this, you can be with somebody else. And that just goes to show that perspective of him on you has just quickly changed instantly, and that's because of the way you look. But now your perspective changed on him because now you're feeling like he's constantly judging you. He doesn't like your appearance and he's being protective, overprotective, things like that. And then back to the first point that I said, easily judged. He just judged you by the way you are dressed, but now you're judging him for the way he's judging you. And that's the part that really happens with long distance relationship, mainly for women, because women are more like eyes on them. And it's just the way the world is, because there's a lot of things that girls will not, let me not just say girls, the world does not pay attention to men for certain stuff. And if you guys want to correct me, go ahead, but to me, this is true. Guys can get away with certain stuff, women can get away with certain stuff as far as benefiting, and then guys can get away with doing things. You get what I'm saying? So as I was saying, with women, they have to look a certain way to be classy. There's certain stuff that women have to do so they can have this appeal. Guys, no. But guys are the ones that normally are the ones spending, the guys that are giving up this and that, doing that. So when that's happening, okay, attention goes right back to women in a long distance relationship, and it's just about how she appears. And when she's appearing a certain way and to him she's looking like a slut now, or looking like a whore, or presenting herself to be like that, then there judgment comes. And then, oh, I don't feel this way, you don't feel that way. So that just leads to so much arguments. And that's one big thing that happens in a long distance relationship. You do not understand each other so much. Like, you don't. because it's just like, what is there really to understand when you're not sitting down and speaking to each other and expressing each other? And then on top of that, day-to-day basis, you guys don't see each other, so you are going to continue with the ritual, with the patterns, with your schedule, with everything that you do. You're going to continue to keep doing that because that is your lifestyle, right? So you don't have somebody out here, maybe in a man's opinion, making you better, right? You don't have that. A woman doesn't have that. In a woman's opinion, I don't have somebody that's improving me. I have somebody that's just judging me, right? Judgment is just what's happening. And how can you guys understand each other when you can't even communicate in real life, right? And that's one big thing I'll wrap up with for the second last point that I have, is that communication really does end up getting lacked because of the fact that you are not seeing each other face to face. You don't understand each other on a different level. You can't just understand each other on this level that you have just through texting and FaceTiming. It's a different vibe when you're actually face to face, right? It's a different vibe when you're sitting down and it's real life. But long distance relationships are only beneficial to a certain extent. It doesn't really get any better than that little bit of the extent that it has. Like, it really doesn't, because there's not much more that long distance relationships offer, and then it doesn't offer much from a woman's whole idea in a woman's life, because women are not the same as men. Okay, now let's move. And I say the same because I can literally debate about this, but I say the same more just because women are judged differently, treated differently, but then women act differently, so they are not the same as men. Okay, and that's something that can be talked about, but we're not going to do this in this video, of course. So let's move on to the last point that I have, and this is others. Never support others, always in people's ears. So when you are in a long distance relationship, and I have to bring this point back because it's very, very important, it's super major, is that you have to understand, and I said this earlier with who you're dating, is that you're not just dating the woman. When you are in a long distance relationship, you have to understand that there's gonna be other close friends. Long distance relationship is literally a woman saying, what do you think I should do in here? Oh, he said this, I don't know what to say. Should I be pissed off? Should I feel away? Oh, should I be angry at him? She has the best friend cussing you out, or she has the best friend saying, oh, you're fine, you're doing the right thing, you're acting like a good girlfriend, he's just being this way. And that's when you're not dating just one person, you're dating somebody else. And that's what tends to happen in a long distance relationship, because you aren't actually face to face with that person, and other people get involved because they need that opinion, they need that help, and that's who they can only turn to because they don't have you to turn to in real life. I actually find it more common that guys don't turn to guys for judgments and opinions and crazy things like that. Not as much as women, at least I can say, right? So it's more of girls having their best friends, their girls. Of course, I know this for myself because this is how I used to be. And it's like, I go to my girl and I ask, what do you think? What should I do? Am I tripping? Am I overreacting? She tells me her opinion, and then her opinion has an impact on me. A lot of times girls are not as supportive because a lot of girls out here have the mindset of, this is the type of man, if he's not offering this, then he's not valuable. So basically, girls have this high expectations of men, so now they're not going to be supportive of their friend because they feel like their friend deserves more, but their expectations out of this world are not even close. And now what's happening is that they're going to have this negative inputs and thoughts put into her head, and it's not going to work out because she's going to constantly have that because she doesn't have you in her life. You get what I'm saying? So I really hope this video helped you guys out. And if you guys want another part like this, make sure you let me know. If you guys want to see other videos, make sure you let me know. And of course, make sure you check out my social media. Make sure you check out my Patreon. And yes, oh, don't forget to check out my second YouTube channel. You guys will see me in my next video. Bye, guys.